Welcome to Haiti Eco-Citizen. Today we are going to talk about the importance of water. Can you imagine a day without water? No water to drink, no water to shower, no water to cook, no water to wash your hands? Water. It's a lifeline that we often take for granted. We turn on the tap, and there it is. We buy a bottle at the corner store, and there it is. But, have you ever stopped to think about how vital this simple substance is to our very existence? Every single cell in our bodies, the building blocks of life, depends on water to function. Our cells use it to transport nutrients, eliminate waste, and perform their essential tasks. Without water, they wouldn't merely malfunction, they would cease to exist. But the role of water doesn't stop at the cellular level. It's the lifeblood of every system in our bodies. Our brains, composed of about 75% water, depend on it to produce hormones and neurotransmitters. Our hearts, pumping tirelessly day in and day out, use water to help circulate blood throughout our bodies. Our digestive systems, breaking down food and absorbing nutrients, rely on water to keep things moving smoothly. And it's not just our bodies that need water, we use it every day for a multitude of tasks. We clean with it, we cook with it, we grow food with it. It's in our coffee, our tea, our soda. It's in our washing machines and dishwashers, our toilets and showers. It's a part of our daily routine, so ingrained that we hardly give it a second thought. But what if it wasn't there? What if you turned on the tap and nothing came out? What if the corner store ran out of bottled water? What if your morning coffee, your nightly tea, your favorite soda were no longer possible? What if the water that is so vital to our bodies, our lives, and our world was suddenly gone? Life without water is unthinkable, yet we often take it for granted. Did you know that 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water? However, only 2.5% of that is fresh water, and just 1% of our fresh water is easily accessible. Let's take a moment to let that sink in. The vast blue oceans, the mighty rivers, the serene lakes, they all paint an illusion of abundance. But the reality is starkly different. Fresh water, the stuff we need to survive, is a scarce resource. Out of all the water on our planet, only a fraction is available for us to use. Now let's spin the globe and take a look at how this water is distributed. It's not evenly spread out, not even close. Some regions are blessed with bountiful water resources, while others are left parched. In certain parts of Africa and Asia, finding clean, safe drinking water can be a daily struggle. In fact, the United Nations reports that around 2 billion people, that's nearly a quarter of the world's population, live in countries experiencing high water stress. And another 4 billion people face severe water scarcity for at least 1 month every year. Imagine being in a situation where every drop counts, where water is not a given, but a gift. That's the harsh reality for many people around the world. And it's not just about quenching thirst or hygiene. Water is a key factor in food production, energy generation, and even in maintaining the health of our planet's ecosystems. So, when we talk about water scarcity, we're not just talking about people not having enough to drink. We're talking about a complex web of challenges that touch almost every aspect of life. The global water crisis is a silent emergency. It's a slow-moving disaster that's been creeping up on us. And the sad part is, it's largely of our own making. Overuse, pollution, climate change, these are all human-induced factors that are pushing our water resources to the brink. Water scarcity is a reality for many people around the world. And unless we change our ways, it's a reality that's only going to get more pressing. We need to start treating water not as an infinite resource, but as the precious, limited commodity it truly is. In the United States, the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water per day. But what about in other parts of the world? Let's consider sub-Saharan Africa, a region where the average person uses only 3 to 5 gallons of water per day. This stark contrast isn't just a matter of different lifestyles or water conservation efforts. It's a disparity rooted deeply in infrastructure, availability, and access. In many developing countries, access to clean water is not a guarantee, it's a luxury. Imagine walking miles every day, under the scorching sun, just to fetch water from a source that you know is contaminated. This is the daily reality for millions of people. Water is not just about quenching thirst or washing, it's a matter of life and death. Lack of clean water leads to waterborne diseases like cholera and typhoid. Every minute a child dies from a water-related disease. That's about 1.4 million children every year. It's not just health that suffers. Lack of water also impacts education. In these regions, it's usually the responsibility of girls to fetch water. This means less time in school and more time on the road. The opportunity for a better future often gets washed away with the need for survival. The livelihoods of people are also affected. In rural areas, small-scale farmers depend on water for their crops. But with water scarcity, their yields suffer, pushing them further into the cycle of poverty. The reality is that water, something so basic and essential to life, is a privilege that many people don't have. It's a privilege that's determined by where you are born, the color of your skin, and the socioeconomic conditions you are born into. Water is a privilege that not everyone can afford. The truth of this statement is a stark reminder of the inequalities that persist in our world today. With the current rate of consumption and the effects of climate change, by 2025, 2/3 of the world's population may face water shortages. This stark reality is not a distant dystopian narrative, but a probable future we need to address today. The implications of water scarcity are immense. Water, as we know, is not just a resource, it's the lifeblood of our planet. It underpins every aspect of our existence, from agriculture and industry to the very air we breathe. Without sustainable management of this vital resource, we risk not only our own survival, but also the delicate balance of our ecosystems. Imagine a world where water becomes a luxury, accessible only to the privileged few. A world where green landscapes turn into arid wastelands and thriving cities into ghost towns. This isn't a doomsday prophecy, but a plausible outcome if we continue to disregard the value of water. But all is not lost. The future of water can be secure if we adopt sustainable practices today. We need to rethink how we use and reuse water. From the clothes we wear to the food we eat, every choice we make can contribute to conserving this precious resource. In the world of tomorrow, technology will play a crucial role in water conservation. Innovations like water-efficient appliances, smart irrigation systems, and advanced wastewater treatment can drastically reduce our water footprint. But technology alone is not the solution. We need systemic changes in our attitudes and behaviors towards water use. Water conservation is not just about saving water, it's about ensuring a sustainable and equitable future for all. It's about recognizing that every drop counts, and that our actions today will shape the world of tomorrow. We need to foster a culture of water stewardship, where everyone, from individuals to industries, takes responsibility for their water use. We need to prioritize policies and practices that promote water conservation and sustainable management of water resources. As we stand at the crossroads, the path we choose will determine the future of water, and with it, the future of our planet. Remember, water is not just a resource, it's a responsibility. The future of water is in our hands. So what can you do to make a difference, you may ask? Well, water conservation starts right at home, in our everyday habits. Let's start with the basics. Fixing leaks is a simple yet significant step. A single dripping faucet can waste more than 3,000 gallons of water per year. That's the equivalent of over 180 showers. So the next time you notice a leak, don't just let it be, fix it. Next, consider investing in water-saving appliances. Modern dishwashers and washing machines come with eco-friendly settings that use less water. Not only will you be conserving water, but you will also save on your water bill. It's a win-win situation. Another great way to conserve water is by being mindful of your daily water use. Small changes can make a big difference. For instance, turning off the tap while you brush your teeth can save up to 8 gallons of water per day. That's nearly 3,000 gallons a year. Moreover, be conscious of how you use water in your garden. Opt for drought-resistant plants and water your plants during the cooler parts of the day to reduce evaporation. And remember, rainwater is free. Consider investing in a rain barrel to collect and use it. You can also spread the word. Talk to your friends, family, and community about the importance of water conservation. Encourage them to make small changes in their daily routines. In conclusion, conserving water isn't just about saving a precious resource, it's about ensuring a sustainable future for all of us. Your small actions can have a big impact. Remember, every drop counts. Together, we can make a difference for the future of water.